What are you going to do before we have the next baby?
An Iron Man?
How many?
One.
Ah, I thought we said 2.
You said 2.
Okay, good afternoon. So you will see me using at the moment my 30th birthday present from my lovely parents. They have managed to snag myself a new Salomon 15 Skin Pro, I think it's called. Anyway, it's 15 litres, so it's big. Well, bigger than the ones I've been using anyway. Purely purpose so that I can head out for a couple of days as opposed to hours. Lucky Nicole. So I thought I'd just come out here to the Wallamai National Park near our house and just get in some bush bashing. You could almost call this video that we are about to see the baby video, where Nicole is legitimately about to pop. She's probably about 4 centimeters dilated at the moment, and I have headed out to the bush. How did I end up so lucky to be with her? So I've got my satellite phone in there, and we'll just see what happens anyway. Sorry, babe. This is 40 minutes walk / run from my house. And beautiful. This is all part of the Wallamai National Park, which I have some weird obsession with at the moment. Actually, it's kind of weird. It goes back to being a kid. They're in year 6. My mum and dad will remember this. In year 6, I think it was year 6, did a camp. Might have even been year 7 actually. Had to do like a school camp, and it was a hiking one, and we got to do canoeing and all this sort of stuff. And it was actually at the Colo River. Not that I knew that at the time, but it was funny when Nicole and I moved out here at Glossodia, and then this was probably when I was just starting on my re-fitness journey to try and find my health again, but started looking at some tracks around and took Maggie for a drive. Actually, she was a pup. Anyway, lo and behold, I found the same spot that I remember having a camp at all those many years ago, and it was actually all out in the bush in these sort of areas. I think it was further down that way. So this is the Colo River just down there. Not that you can actually see it because there's too many cliffs just here. But it's funny how life brings you back to these places that I thought I'd never be back here again, but I knew that I loved the camp at the time. Who would have thought that I'd be running a business that's something quite similar, involving the same sort of activities. It's pretty hairy around here. Okay, so just starting my final climb back to the car. Haven't done this part either. Some nice birds. Just gonna work my way up through a bit of hopefully a crack through some of the smaller cliffs up here. I hope, otherwise I'll have to come back down again. Okay, so that's me done. Bush bashing Saturday session done. And now I walk onto the nice plain road and get back in the car. What day is it?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, 25th.
Yeah.
It's 9 p.m. at the moment. We haven't had baby, but Nick's had contractions since 3:30.
Yeah.
3:30. So then we came to the hospital. This baby is not wanting to come out. Is that right, Nick?
Yeah.
So we have an induction booked tomorrow for 8:30 a.m. So we're guessing that that's what's going to happen. Hey, puppy. Three and a bit hours after our beautiful daughter Zara has come into our world. Nick did absolutely an amazing job. What an intense few hours. So we were at the hospital yesterday afternoon, in the afternoon, and then we stayed there all night, and then things kicked off pretty seriously from about 9 a.m. But Nick, again, my gosh, thank you so much. Oh, nothing just compares to those two experiences, both having Hamish and now Zara. I'm forever in your favor, baby. Kind of just very hard to describe how easy us guys have got it, to be honest. Anyway, so I'm just headed down to the shops at the moment to get a few things for Nick. Otherwise, beautiful Zara, welcome to the world. Full of love already. Home time! So we're just picking up Hamish now, and Hamish gets to meet Zara for the very first time. So we've been home now just over 24 hours. It's Monday the 31st, and I'm back in the office at the moment. Otherwise, Zara is safe at home from the hospital. So we just headed out for a coffee this morning as a family after I was up early working. So I took a bit of a breather today at 9 o'clock, and now I'm back on till this evening. But, you know, obviously everything that I do is all about trying to improve my health or improve others' health, and obviously talking about training, specifically endurance training, just purely because that's my passion and that's what I enjoy programming for, and that seems to be all the clients that we seem to get, obviously because that's what I'm into. But at the moment, I can tell you right now, my performance is, well, actually it's probably pretty good still, but I've had a whole week or so off training, basically, obviously with Bub, and routine being a bit out of shock, and I think we forget that that's completely okay. And to be honest, with the little sleep that we're getting, and I mean, compared to Nick, it's I'm getting a huge amount of sleep compared to Nicole, but compared to what I'm normally used to and the structure that we're normally used to, it's all out of whack. So training has to take a bit of a backseat. But the thing about training, the thing about fitness is it takes so long to build it. It does actually take a long time to lose it as well, except we just think that if we're going to have a day off, or if you have a couple of weeks off, you're going to immediately lose all your fitness, and it's not really the case. It's just usually most people, when they don't stay strict with their exercise routine, their diet goes out the door, and they start eating like junk food and shit food and all those sorts of things. I mean, I used to do that all the time. Start eating food because I can't train, or I got sick or something like that, so I just want to go and eat the cupboard, basically. But if you can maintain a good quality diet and nutrition while you're having time off, like, your fitness is not going to drop. Especially,
I mean, if it's anywhere between a week and a 2-week block off, like, they can be one of the best things for your fitness, and you'll probably find that you come back actually fitter, faster, and stronger because you've finally been, forced to actually stop and rest. I was like saying to a client as well, it's like you can't expect to work for someone and work for them all year and then just get no annual leave, right? Like, you get annual leave for a specific reason. It's usually so that people don't burn out. And if you look at your training program, well, sometimes it's probably a good idea to look at it the same way, is that sometimes you just need some time off, and having a baby is probably one of those times. So I'm just chilling out. I'll do a bit of swimming, do a bit of walking. Don't know. Realistically, I'm not going to create a plan. I don't need motivation to train, so it'll just see how the body feels. Anyway, something maybe for you to think about. When was the last time that you took a week off without ruining your diet? So at the moment, I'm on a 3-day fast. So I ate dinner last night on my birthday yesterday. It's my mum's birthday today. Happy birthday, Mum. So I'll fast from last night's dinner until probably Wednesday evening. Why am I fasting? I don't know, I just want to have a break from food, to be honest, and I want to feel that nice sustained energy from being in a state of deep ketosis, if you know what that is. There's nothing like it. It's just like this. You're just running at like 80% all the time. Whereas I find when I have food, I'm kind of maybe I'm having more percentage of energy than 80%, but it's not necessarily sustained. I kind of feel the ups and downs a little bit more. Good just to give the body a bit of a breather. Anyway, just some thoughts.
All right, good morning. It's not that sunny, but it's a beautiful day out here. I am out at the Gross Valley. As you can see down me just there's a nice enormous cliff that I'm about to go down, and there's virtually no track. There's some notes here that I've got in a book, but they're a bit how you doing, if you ask me. So a bit of fires have come through here as well, made a bit of a mess. So we'll see if I can make my way down to the Gross River and get my way back up again, just the same way. So in and out the same way. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty technical. So on the other side, there should be a track called the Engineers Track. There's probably a crossing that I can get to down there, but I don't really have time for it today. Today's job was to see the track. Well, was to come down to the river and then manage my way back up. So I think it's time to take the jacket off and let's get back up to the top. Okay, back to the car, all done. Just on 3 hours. Nice gentle walk. Time to get back to work.
We're gonna take Zara to the park. How you going, Mum?
Good, thank you.
How do you feel after having almost 2 weeks with baby Zara?
Good, thank you.
Have you done a workout yet?
No, just a walk.
You're not allowed to, right? What are you going to do before we have the next baby?
An Ironman.
How many?
1.
Ah, I thought we said 2.
You said 2.
All right, good evening. What is it, Monday. Okay, so I'm just heading out for a night run because the day, need my shoes. Day just got away on me, and obviously things have changed now that we have a baby Zara amongst our life, so training needs to be kind of put to just a different schedule. Anyway, so I'm just heading out now for about 60 minutes to 75 minutes of LAHR. We're actually going to go through the trail, so I've got my full bag with me at the moment, and yeah, Maggie and I will go and have a bit of fun just for a little bit. Okay, you ready to go, baby? Maggie, you ready to go, Bubba? Good girl.
All right, so that's the night run done. 65 minutes. Nice and easy, baby. Hey, a little bit of a water crossing. Otherwise, LAHR, some strict low aerobic heart rate work for me as I ease back into the training after we welcome Zara into the world. Hey, baby. Should we go home? Hey, let's go home. So did that night run last night. Feel good today, just doing some incline work mixed between a bit of running on flat. Then I'll head out to the pool. So I'll do about a K out there and see how we go. I have just made my way down to the Colo River from Colo Heights. So just a quick trip this morning. I'm actually mapping out a new adventure that I'm hoping to get out there and do in early October, somewhere around there. Completely self-supported. I'm just mapping out where I'm actually going to go, and this non-track here is actually part and parcel of it as well. So it'll be pretty long. I'm not going to say how far it is just yet. You can watch for the next video. And we'll just see how we go. Realistically, with all the events off, I'm just trying to create some sort of discipline around my training. And, you know, having a goal, having a timeline really does just apply a bit of extra discipline into my life, which is always good. Otherwise, I'm hoping you enjoyed our entry to our new baby girl, Zara. Welcome to the world, baby. You know, one thing that you helped me realize already is that like, I have big training goals, but it's okay to have a couple of weeks off. And I haven't been training since, you know, a few days before at least you were born, Zara. And I've had a few weeks off now, and my body feels probably better actually. You know, and I'm the guy that's always talking about rest, but you know, sometimes even I need a bit of a shake up here and there, and a good realization that you don't always have to be training to get something out of it. It's really quite cool. So, you know, if you're out there trying to train and you don't allow yourself to have a week or two off, you know, it's probably a good idea for the body to do that. So here I am, you know, still learning things, even though I supposedly got it all figured out. Supposedly. Oh dear. Alright guys, hoping you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you hit subscribe and like this video. Give me a little bit of support so I can keep making sure these videos keep getting out to you. Otherwise, I'll see you out there on the trails.